And now we will switch the language because I want to make sure that everybody, especially myself, knows what I'm talking about. Because we have a guest from Louisiana.
Yeah,
and
hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Tak. Here we are.
How do I pronounce the name? Aurora? No.
Aurora.
Aurora? Nealand.
Nealand. Yeah, Aurora Nealand.
Coming all the way from New Orleans to here. Is this the first time you're here, or how is it?
This is my first time in Denmark.
It's
my
the first time in
second day in Copenhagen.
Yes. Did you meet Johan in New Orleans, or how was it?
Yeah, we met 2 different times. The first time he came by himself to New Orleans and just to check out the music and get inspired. And then the second time he brought his band, Jazz 5, the whole band, and they recorded an album. It was pretty awesome to have them there.
Your latest album, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Number 5, was that what I read?
The 5th album.
The 5th
it's kind of crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. So you were going to play a little here in Denmark.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Very, very fortunate. Johan is...
Charlie Scott. Johan, maybe we should continue in English so everybody can... Yeah,
that's all right for me.
Because you're actually the guy who is putting the program together.
Exactly, yes. I'm organizing...
You're organizing it.
What we call the Fringe Jazz Fest, which is a sub-festival for Copenhagen Jazz Festival. And we're doing this... It's the 2nd year. So we have a lot of bands and a lot of events going on at this small venue called Charlie Scott's.
Yes.
Copenhagen
but
Center.
Not only New Orleans jazz. I can see it's a little.
There's a lot of things. Yeah,
we call it.
We call it New Orleans music.
And
that can actually, as Aurora probably knows, that can actually be anything.
Mean a lot of things.
Anything. Yeah, absolutely.
So our concept is kind of to have some party-like music, audience easily can listen to and dance to, and so it's not a free jazz festival. It's a little bit different than.
In fact, I'm not really sure what New Orleans music really is because when I've been there have been all kinds of music.
Yeah, there
and the musicians who are coming here, they also play all types of music.
Yeah.
So what is New Orleans jazz? Could you explain that to me, please?
Well, I don't know definitively, but I think there's no one style for New Orleans music. I actually think it's more about there's a certain spirit that goes into New Orleans is very well known for its early jazz. We call traditional jazz or early jazz. So, as you probably know, a lot of the early amazing Louis Armstrong, Bessie Smith, Sidney Bechet, Jelly Roll Morton, and a handful.
Domino.
Handful of those early players came out of there, and then later in the in the 40s and 50s, you had an amazing kind of soul movement, so an R&B and early soul music. So Fats Domino and actually a lot of the Motown musicians first came out of there.
Also that,
and then later on you have an amazing funk scene that was fostered in New Orleans. So the Funky Meters and the brass band scene there. So it spans a lot. It's a very musical city.
So all kinds of music almost have the roots in New Orleans. That's what you say.
Yeah.
In a way.
They
except for a few styles.
Yeah. They all have something in common. It's like they all inspire a certain spirit, I think, to have a really good time to dance a lot of times.
When I was sitting here with the first guest, you were here too, but you found out what kind of music we should play. So the disc jockey of tonight, that's you.
That's
and
me.
The technician is still Gert out there. Gert Mogensen i teknikken. So, Music Maestro, please.
Well, the first song is from Aurora's latest album, which was released, was it last year?
No, it was just released a couple months ago. Okay. 3 months ago.
Okay. You should probably tell about it. You know more about your own music than I do.
The first song is a band that I lead called the Royal Roses. And you'll hear, actually, this first song is a song that I wrote for the band, so it's a new song written for an old style. Mm-hmm. And you'll hear in the beginning there's just a bunch of sounds of New Orleans that lead into the song. So don't turn off the radio if you just hear sounds. That's New Orleans.
So welcome to New Orleans. Water music by Händel.
down his golden cup, he'll drink the water dry. Well now, ferryman, oh ferryman, oh ferryman, oh ferryman, take me across the way tonight. Those golden fields are calling out to me, ashore I long to be tonight. Yes now, ferryman, oh ferryman, oh ferryman, oh ferryman, won't you please take my fee? I've kissed a coin for heaven and a coin for me. Oh ferryman, set me free. I'll walk through golden fields tonight. I'll walk through golden fields tonight. Cross that old Elysian way to the Cross that old Elysian way to the light.
Ja, her lyttede vi så til den originale, autentiske New Orleans music, som den findes i dag. Og vi fik et nummer her med aftens næste gæst, Aurora Nealand, who's visiting Denmark. And you can hear her play many days ahead, the 4th of July, the 6th of July, the 8th of July, and the 11th of July in Charlie Scott, but also in other cities. And you were here for some weeks, was that it?
Yeah, I'll be here for 3 weeks in Copenhagen for most of that, and then also at the Maribo Jazz Festival.
The Maribo Jazz Festival.
Later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a part of Copenhagen Jazz Festival. You can check it on the internet, www.charliescotts.dk. Have you already been in and seen the place?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, but I'm excited.
Yeah, we have tomorrow. There's a small concert. The people who knows Charlie Scotts knows that every Tuesday, all year, probably all his life from now on, Chris Tanner is playing under the stairs with his trio.
That's right.
And tomorrow Aurora is gonna be like feature of that concert. So tomorrow there's like a small warm-up concert before the real festival kicks off on Friday.
How is it to play with Danish musicians?
So far, it's been great. We played at the Riverboat Festival in Silkeborg this weekend, and it was...
How do they differ from the guys that you usually play with?
The guys that I usually play with, it's a band. I've played with them for years. Or New Orleans is quite a small music community, so you know, there's about like 50 of us that are all rotating around each other and playing together.
So you all know each other?
Yeah,
sort of.
and we come from very similar style and tradition.
Yeah.
But so far I played with Jakob Fischer here in town, and Jan Nielsen, and then I met a whole bunch of other musicians that I'll be playing with later. But it's everyone has such a generous spirit here in Denmark. It's nice.
You know, this New Orleans style has been sort of put away for some years. Mm-hmm. There's a sort of revival in these years.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Some of the old bands, some new bands, they're quite popular all around.
Yeah.
Let's have some more music.
Yes. Aurora, she's in the spotlight tonight, so the second song is from the new album.
The second song is called...
But later we'll hear some of your music, right?
I brought a bit of my music also.
Ja. Johan Bylling Lang, som er den anden gæst, som sidder og viger pladsen til vores udenlandske gæst. It's from the same album?
This is from the same album, the Royal Roses album. This is a song called Hongo Fongo, which features Matt Perrine, who's a sousaphone player from New Orleans, who's also actually over here and will be playing.
He'll be playing he's playing at the Fringe Jazz Fest on Friday.
So he's there too?
Yeah.
He's there too, just for one day, but unfortunately. And he plays with
anyone else that we could mention?
There's also a drummer from New Orleans.
There's a drummer also?
Who's here, Justin Peak, and he'll be playing a handful of stuff.
And you all know each other from home?
Yeah. In fact, Matt Perrine is on this track that we're about to hear. So this is a track, Hongo Fongo, that features Matt Perrine, and it's an old transcription of a piano roll that we found.
Are you going over for the same period of time, or how do you do that?
I've been to New Orleans, I think, I can remember it's like 3 or 4 times. And every time I meet new people But Aurora, I've met every time I've been there. So we've been jamming together. Or basically, I just crash her gig. Like, hey, it's me again. I was here last year. Can I play with you guys?
Okay.
And then,
Johanna has done a lot more organizing for me than I have done for him. So.
Well, that is actually also how things start here in this country.
Yeah.
That you start with a jam and so on, then you find out, well, there's something we can do together, and so on, so on. So now, what is the tune called?
This tune's called Hongo Fongo.
Hongo Fongo, ladies and gentlemen.
Great title.
Gumbo Jumbo. Was that what it's called?
Hongo Fongo.
Hongo Fongo.
very, very close.
Okay. Gumbo, I think that's
New
African.
Orleans. Yeah. Well, gumbo is also New Orleans.
Do you
delicacy.
like the dish jambalaya?
Yeah.
Can you make it also?
I can make it.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm going to make it for Johan.
Could I come and taste some jambalaya?
Definitely, everyone. Everyone in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
All the listeners.
Party at Johan's.
Yeah. Jambalaya is a good dish. I've had it a few times and I'll never forget it. You can taste it several days after.
Yeah.
Right. That's the good thing about jambalaya. The only good thing about jambalaya is that you can never get rid of the taste. Anyway, we are talking about the Charlie Scotts here, and while the music was playing, we talked a little bit about what kind of material, and you said, well, that could be anything, you just joined in. But there are also days when you are leading the band.
Yeah.
July 6th. You have some Danish musicians, Finn Odderskov.
Yeah.
And you?
Yes.
And it says, meets the rhythm section.
Exactly.
And what rhythm section do you
The
meet?
rhythm section, that's like the best young, hard-swinging rhythm section in Copenhagen, in my opinion.
Mm?
So that's Mathias Petri on bass.
He's good.
And Sia Romme Larsen on piano.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's Niklas Barteleben on drums. So I think the three saxes in front of that band is gonna have a really good time, because they're just they're gonna make us fly.
You have put the music together.
Yes.
What criteria have you? There's a note.
Yeah, my idea was well, there's some different things I had in my mind when I put together the program. First of all, it was really important for us at Charlie Scott's and Fringe Jazz Fest to present the bands who plays regularly during the year.
Yeah.
because Copenhagen Jazz Festival is very easy to play a gig, and a lot of people will show up, and those 10 days everybody likes jazz. But there's also some hard-working musicians who plays every year, so they need a good concert. So that was the first thing.
And it seems to me, when I look through the program, that what you are actually trying to do is to find something that has a wide appeal.
Yeah,
you don't have to sit and be quiet and listen to a 7-minute long solo and everything. It says there's jazzing on Elvis and the Beatles, Finn Otterskov, Chris Tanner Trio, Wonder Brass, and so on, so on. So, det er den folkelige stil.
Yeah. It's kind of mainstream. Everybody would like it, but it's really good musicians and good quality. And we also like to make a party down at Charlie Scott's. And
yes, there's a day when you have the Orgasm Jam Band.
Exactly. That's a funny bit. I can't even remember the band name. Night. It's Kasper Mikkelsen, who is a great drummer from Nealand. And I asked him, hey, can you make some... I can give you this late time. Can you make a band do something? Because he's got a lot of crazy ideas.
Yeah.
So he put together this band, Kasper Mikkelsen and the Afrobeat Explosion to Save the World in Hours of Musical Orgasm Jam Band. That's going to be exciting.
That's going to be really exciting.
Jazz 5 is on the CD player now.
Exactly.
And that is
I have to promote myself also.
Please do so.
Yeah, so this is actually, this song we're going to hear has a strong connection to New Orleans because it's our crowdfunding song, which was started out as a Danish reggae song played on small instruments. And then it turned out to be the song we're going to listen to now, which is like a shuffle blues called Sugar Daddy.
What do you mean, a crowdfunding song?
It's because it costs a lot of money to go to New Orleans and record an album.
Oh.
So we made a crowdfunding project.
In that way? Okay,
exactly.
I thought the song was about how to crowdfund.
Well, first it was, but then it changed into like a song about ladies and having fun.
Okay. It ended up as a crowdfunding album and came out a couple of months ago. So
in like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yes.
So it's very warm. It's still warm.
Yeah, it's the first time in Danish radio, I think.
Right? It's the first time. Yeah. What's the number called?
It's called Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy. Jazz 5 featuring Johan Bylling.
Some loving, if you want some, to let me be your sugar daddy all night long. The thing you want the most might be for free. Need for some time, sure got some loving. If you wanted some, to let me be your sugar daddy all night long. Let it flow through your veins. 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 Let it flow through your veins.
Jazz 5, the new album, the crowdfunding album here.
Exactly, it's called Belleville Street.
I must have been sleeping when you were crowdfunding because
it was back in December. Maybe you had a Christmas nap. I don't know.
The doors are clashing and everything. Yeah. And that is the group that you are playing with on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Jeppe Sacco, Jonas Starke, Stefan Andersen og Esben Hilling.
Ja, simpelthen.
Og den nye plade, som er i butikker, er der ikke nogen af. De har lige lukket den sidste pladeforretning i København, TP, så det må man have ude på jobbene.
Ja, lige præcis.
How did you like this one here?
That's the first track I've heard off of the album yet. I haven't got to listen to it yet.
Yeah. The last track that we'll hear from you tonight is, I'm sure it's a common decision what we're going to hear.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you say that, if the listeners want to know a little bit more about you, you have a homepage.
I do. Yeah, I do. It's
called what?
It's just my name, so it's Aurora Nealand, and Nealand's spelled Nealand.
That's it.
.com.
.com.
You can find the different projects on there.
I saw it this afternoon, and you have some music examples, you have some good pictures, you can see what you do and your background and everything. So there's a lot of things to choose from. But go out and hear her the next days.
Yeah. Please do.
CharlieScott.dk if you are on the computer, and if not, then take a walk down to see Charlie Scott. They have advertising it on the windows and so on. Next week, here in Copenhagen, the week after in Maribo, and was there other places? Can you do?
No, that's the last one we play.
Okay. Yeah. So hopefully you will go home with a good bunch of money. I don't know.
So. I'm sure with some very good memories. It's exciting to be here.
Yes. But welcome to Denmark, and I hope you will have a good time and get some good musical experiences.
Thank you.
And
I'm sure
that we get it also.
Yeah, thank you.
The song is called what?
This is the song from my new album with my solo project.
Okay.
So it's called Johan Bylling Lang Organ Quintet. And I wrote some of the song in New Orleans, so I thought we should end up with this. It's a little bit inspired from the brass band scene over there. It's called Get Up and Dance.
You can do that at home, and maybe you can dance maybe Friday too, because there's a chance to win some tickets for a very good event in Tivoli. Thank you very much, and have a good time here, and we'll talk later.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Take care.